All right. Hello. I am going to give you a real short tutorial on how to create a Nearpod. So I'm assuming that at this point you've created your account and you're in your library. In my library already has some things in it because I've already used it. So now I'm going to create a lesson. So I'm going to use the first option, which is to combine some content, video, and activities. So I'm going to click on that and it brings this up. So you can just add slides and then you have all of these different options. Um, this one creates a slide much like you would in Google Slides or in PowerPoint. That is not going to be what I'm going to do. What I'm actually going to do is I am going to upload a Google slide presentation that I have prepared. So I'm just going to go to my drive. It takes just a minute, and while it's opening up, you can just be thinking about how you're going to do this. So hopefully, there we go. Introduction to Nearpod, so that's what I want to use. I'm going to select it. And then you have an option of either creating it as a PDF viewer or individual slides. I'm going to do it individual slides. So it does take a few minutes to load it up. So once we get to that, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pause the video and then I'll come back when it's fully loaded. All right, so as if by magic, it has populated all of your slides. So remember, before you start the presentation, that you want to make sure that your slide presentation is exactly the way that you want it, because this is really just images of all your slides. So you cannot edit anything in here. You can replace it and do those type of things, but you can't edit it. I will tell you what I normally do is I get my presentation ready and then I run through it once as if I was presenting it to my students, and then I make a note of everything that I'd like to change. So that's typically how I do it. So you hit save and exit, and then you're going to want to name it, and I'm going to name it Nearpod Introduction. And there you go. And then when you hit save and exit, it's going to bring you back here. So this is where you can go back and edit it. You can do a presentation. So this is typically what I would do is start a live presentation of it. And then I would run through it just like I was presenting it to my students. And that way I know it's kind of like a run through, and then you kind of have an idea of what you want to do with it from there. So that's how you create a presentation. It really is super simple. That's the first step. Then what I would do next is I would add all of my interactive parts of it. So this is basically the backbone of your presentation. Thank you for listening to me. Have a great day.